When I was 15 years old, I created my first painting. This is my first painting right here. And at the time, I thought it was so good. I was so proud of it. And of course, now I'm like, whoa. So I thought 36 years later, I'm gonna recreate this painting and see what I can do. So I created this first painting as a gift for my dad. I had no art classes other than your little classes you have in high school, but I really had no art instruction, nobody helping me through it. I just really was given access to art supplies in an independent study in my high school. I, had a big canvas in front of me and I just thought, I'm gonna paint and see what happens, see what comes out. While I was creating a YouTube video, this painting came up as a piece of a story. One of the guys on the production team that said, you should make a YouTube video where you recreate your first painting. And I thought, oh, that's a really cool idea, just to see how far I had come, because a lot of people, when they think about artists, they think somehow you're just born with this genius or something to just paint things and make them look realistic or make them look believable. I don't think it's like that at all. There's a whole process. I wasn't a very good artist. I didn't have this innate ability to be able to render things or create something to look like something. It was all after years of art school and thousands of paintings and creating them, you finally sort of begin to arrive at some skill where you can put what you have in your heart actually on the canvas and it looks the way that you want it to look. I thought, wow, what an interesting, fun thing to do for myself, to recreate my first painting and see the difference, see how does it change, and not just in skill, but maybe even in the execution of what's in your heart.
Hey Ellie, I made you a fruit smoothie.
Oh, thanks.
Cheers.
Looking back at this painting, I didn't know that it was bad at the time. I didn't know that it was anatomically incorrect. I didn't know that they looked like two floating eggheads and they weren't even attached to a neck. None of that even occurred to me because I was doing my best and I felt like my best was really good for me at the time. As I was recreating it, I was remembering so many things that I struggled with. I really struggled with getting the eyes to be level. It's so interesting. It's not something that you would imagine would be so difficult. And I painted and repainted that one eye on the girl so many times. Just a lot of difficulties and frustrations with the first painting. Every time I squeezed out paint and I was dealing with new paint, new colors, I couldn't match the flesh tone. I didn't even know about mixing complementary color or how to really make flesh tones. And I know that I really struggled with the flowers, but at the end of it, I felt really proud of them, especially the one over the eye. You see this sort of white, kind of stark stuff on the lips of one of the women, and that was me trying to make wet, shiny lips. At the time, I felt really proud of it. I lived in Hawaii. I remember my intent at the time was to paint these Hawaiian women. Growing up in Hawaii as a white girl, there was a lot of sort of hatred against us, living there. A lot of the Hawaiians felt like we had taken over their land, and obviously there's some truth to that. By the time I was a teenager, a part of me kind of sympathized with that and felt like the Hawaiian people really got the short end of the stick. Part of what motivated me to paint the painting was somehow honoring these Hawaiian women. Yes, I can look at this painting and realize I painted ugly egghead things, but that wasn't in my heart. In my heart, I was trying to create beautiful Hawaiian women. It was really fascinating to get back in that and remember what I was like at 15. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that would happen. Another incredible serendipity of going through this experiment and recreating my first painting now 36 years later, after a whole career in art and a lot of successes and a lot of failures where I gained a lot of experience and skills. It was so interesting to me and so amazing to see how I interpreted form, or I interpreted the illusion of creating water or water sliding down their face. I had so little to work with back then, and nothing really did come natural to me. Every brushstroke I had to kind of fight for. A lot of times we think that art has to be this amazing, unique, profound thing to change the world, and really it could be an ugly painting or a painting that was created in this very naive and innocent place that can bring the most impact. What it means is that anybody, no matter how old you are or where you are in life, you can pick up something and apply yourself to it and get the skills together to really self-express, to really be able to move confidently in that material, whether it's art or music or language or whatever. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, you can learn it, you can pick it up and get to that place where you feel masterful in it, you feel like you're really confident and you can express yourself in it. I think that's something amazing. It's something amazing about human beings. It's something amazing about the creative spirit inside of us that drives us. All right, so going to the studio and I am going to finish my painting today. I have the flowers to do. They're sort of in their clunky stage. This wet forehead needs something. Today's the day, gonna be finished. There's nothing like recreating something that you created so long ago and seeing the progress. This time around, it was so much more a celebration of all those years of hard work. To see what 36 years can do to somebody, can really do to your creative process, I think is something that's really inspiring. I originally went into it thinking this would be a cool YouTube video. What I really gained from it is just really wondrous, and really profound for me to just see what work can produce, what effort, what passion can really produce, and how we all can touch that. We all can grab a hold of that and do it. If you're watching this and you have, I don't know, something you're really passionate about, maybe you're like, oh, I'd like to pick up the guitar and learn how to play it, or I'd like to learn a new language and travel, or whatever it is. Maybe it is art. Just delve into it and put the work in, because you will see a whole transformation. You'll see a day come where you can move confidently and masterfully. So I just really want to encourage you to do that, to dive in, and don't listen to that voice that tells you you're too old, or it's too late for you, or you're not talented enough. That's the biggest lie out there, because I put effort and work and passion for years into developing it, and you can too. A painting is truly finished once it's signed. Step into what inspires you and create and put effort, put work into it, and you will be blown away by what you're able to pull off, what you're able to create. You never know what you create might truly change the world. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, then be sure to subscribe and follow this channel, because more is coming. And if you want to see another video about how I got started in art, which really tells the story about this first painting, then be sure to click this link and watch that video.